Hello, music lovers. This is Andy from the future, not Andy from the video that is in the past that you're about to watch. Since making this video, I have had some news that my good friend Daniel Klein has had some severe health issues revolving some aggressive brain tumor cancer type scenarios. He's had a really tough go of it, and I'm just kind of shooting from the hip as I film this. Daniel, man, you're the best. I've known Daniel a long time, and I'm going to put a link for a GoFundMe. If you can donate. If you can't donate, obviously if you have a social media of some sorts, just think about sharing it on there, or your various Facebook guitar nerd groups or Instagram stories or any of that stuff. And, you know, let's try to take care of one of our own, and a guy who's just, man, he's a great guy. Daniel is just top notch. Daniel also is so knowledgeable and is so generous and caring with all of the knowledge that he has. And it's hard to make this video right now, because when I made the video that you're about to watch, I was unaware of this information. So I just got to spend some time with Daniel doing an amp building class, and that's what this video is based on. So with that said, Daniel, we love you. All of us out here in the guitar industry and the guitar game, we all love you. And anybody watching this, think about helping out just one of the best guys that I know.
Hello, music lovers. Andy here, and I built an amplifier. It's my first amplifier build. I don't have any history building electronics or anything like that. Kind of a car guy, know that kind of scene. Things that are more mechanical, like putting on a blow-off valve or something like that, we're good. I've never really been a soldering guy or any of that stuff, so I was like going from 0 to 1,000. Let me tell you the story about it. There's the amp. Roll it. Okay, first things first, let's hear the amplifier. This is a section of music from my song Hardest Goodbye. The signal chain is as follows. It is the Sir guitar into the Sir Woodshed compressor, into the Joey Landreth Dirt Dog that's like barely on. I'm just using it for like just some sparkly EQ-ish type of things. Into the amp. The amp's set clean. The amp then returns back to the universal audio aux, and from the aux, it's split to line level, goes into a fractal VP4, and that VP4 goes into the Apollo. That's the complete signal chain. And now, let's hear the amp. right, so now I'm going to cut in some footage of me building the amplifier. All right, so here's how the story came to be. My good friend Daniel Klein that owns Port City Amplification. You might have seen the cabinets. They have like the redirection thing in them to where the low end comes out the bottom too. So I've known Daniel for a long time. He and I have been friends for a long time. And he's been doing these classes that comes various cities. He'll do like these workshops, usually a 2 or 3 day class, and you build an amp, and at the end of the weekend, you keep the amp. So he reached out to me and asked if I would like to kind of be like a guest host or guest attendee or however you want to word that, build an amp with Andy kind of thing. And we did I'm going to call it the cease and desist style amp, right? It's a Fender Champ style circuit and really simple layout, on off that's on a push pull. It's just a single volume knob. And in the combo in the housing, I like a 12. So I asked Daniel if we could make an exception to the build and use a 12-inch speaker instead of, an 8 or a 10 or something like that. It would typically be with a Champ. So needless to say, we had a great time. The class was about 8 or 9 dudes, and I had started with ground zero, soldering practice, and then he used, I think the term is Garolite. He's a Garolite board with the turrets on it that you solder to. And then he just walked us through what everything was, how a transformer works, how your capacitors and resistors work, and, most importantly, what not to touch so you don't get zapped. All that kind of stuff was amazing. So right now I'm just going to insert some footage and some photos from the amp build so you can see what it was like. And then maybe I'll just grab a couple of different guitars and we'll just listen to the amp. So, yeah. All right. Let's do some amp testing here. She's right there. Look at her. The Mark 1 or the humble amplifier, right? She's just 5 watts. She's the humble amplifier. Now, let me tell you what I got going on. I don't want to sit here and play the amp as a way that I'm not going to use it. So we're going to use it the way that I would use it. We'll get over here and crank it up and do some stuff like that in a minute. But first off, I've got my baby board here, my little baby studio board, and it's got a Woodshed compressor on it. That pedal is like MSG for your tone. Makes anything you're doing just sound better, at least to me, for what I like. So I'm going to give you the tone without it. I'm going to give you the tone with it. The reverb you're hearing is coming from a Fractal VP4, and any delay that I might use or might not use also from the VP4. The pedals are a Joey Landreth Dirt Dog overdrive pedal that I might turn on at some point. And of course the Gearbox by Wampler. That's my signature big fat lead tone. So first things first, this is no pedals, only the reverb. And this is my main guitar is King Solomon right here. And this is what she sounds like with nothing on it. So it's cool. Sounds like amp. I'm going to turn on the Woodshed compressor. Just sounds like more better. There's no EQ controls on the amplifier. So I built an EQ setting in the VP4 that I can turn on and off. It's just kind of a sweetener. Here's without it. Here's with it. Here's the back pickup in parallel. Here's the back pickup in normal mode. All right, so let's turn on the Joey Landreth Dirt Dog. It sounds super nice. Now on these split sounds, I like the Dirt Dog because it kind of gets things to sound sexy, and I'm going to roll in some delay. I'm going to roll in that delay by using the delay pedal. Again on that split sound. Less delay. Some neck pickup. Cool. Sounds really good. I'm going to turn the EQ off. I'm going to turn the Dirt Dog off. And reminder of what the clean tone sounds like. That's just the compressor. Here comes the Woodshed, or the gearbox. Turning on the EQ. And then with some delay and some pitch shift. So with this setup, you know, as long as I'm using the aux, I'm going direct and I can juice up the volume. I can get some pretty heroic tones with it. So you can get some pretty pseudo ripping tones with the right pedals. Let me grab a Strat real quick and we'll give you the Strat tones. So obviously this circuit's really great for this kind of guitar. I love it. You know. It's really nice on the ballady type of stuff. A little more delay. here comes some clean chorusy things. All right, last but not least, let's grab the Les Paul. All right, for the Les Paul, we're just going to hear the little bit of reverb, the Joey Landreth Dirt Dog, and the Woodshed compressor. Okay, now just for fun, let's turn up the amp and see what happens. Okay, so now the amp is cranked up and it's like dirty. It's real like Stonesy kind of sounding. It sounds awesome. It sounds old. It sounds like it's kind of gonna give up in any second. But you know, in general, I like to run the amp clean, which is around here, and it sounds nice. And then if I want to hit it with a pedal, I can. And that's the gearbox. Great little amp. There you have it. A lot of flavors. All right, thanks for hanging out here in the Woodshed with me yet again. And if you're interested in doing one of these classes, you can get all the information you need over at Port City and find out when he's going to do another one. The Port City website, social medias, all that kind of stuff. It's Port City Amps. Daniel is the guy you want to talk to. Really amazing dude, really amazing class and experience that he has curated and offers to people. I can't recommend enough. I had a blast. I learned a lot, and you know, if anything, I walked away from the whole thing having a newfound respect for companies like Sir and Dr. Z and Diesel and Bogner and Port City, because the attention to detail that these companies make, you know, it really shows you where the money goes. And on the flip side, I would say, you see an amplifier. I used to have one optic when I would see an amp that cost $3,000. Now I have another optic called, I can't believe anybody would sell that for that cheap because they're so hard to do. I think it's like art, you know. It really is an amazing skill set, and guys that build amps and electronics that have that super high quality, it's inspiring to me, and it just gave me a new appreciation. So if you're interested in taking part in any of that stuff, Port City. This is not an endorsed video. I didn't get paid to do the class. I didn't get paid to do this video. This was just something that I wanted to do just as an educational experience. And I, you know, just did a barter with, Daniel and him hitting me up. You know, it wasn't a paid thing at all. And I think that's really important because, like you guys know from watching me on my live streams, I try to keep my opinion based in nothing other than just my opinion. It's not based in cashola, dollar paper, y'all. I try to keep that side of the business separate from, you know, giving an opinion on an experience or a product or something like that, right? So, Port City Amps, 2 thumbs up on the amp building class. Really, really cool. If you're interested in maybe working on your playing and improving the quality of your input think about joining us in the Woodshed community. That's at patreon.com/AndyWoodMusic. I have 700 videos over there. I do a weekly live masterclass. It's 2 hours long that I host on Zoom. Great community, great dudes, super fun. Patreon.com/AndyWoodMusic to improve those chops. All right, if you want some swag, you want a hat, you want a hoodie, t-shirt, all that kind of stuff, or maybe you're into downloading the Axe Effects patches that I've made, backing tracks, pre-made lessons, lesson plans, all that kind of good stuff, tour dates, all the things related to all of the Andy Wood machine, that's at AndyWoodMusic.com. AndyWoodMusic.com, sign up for the email list, and always doing fun things over there, offering fun things, giveaways, tour dates. It keeps you up to date, in the loop with all the stuff. Thanks for hanging out. Hope everyone has a wonderful week. Be blessed. See you soon.